Why you avoid hitting start on anything. The terror of the first click. You know the feeling. The dock is open, the cursor is blinking, the start button is staring at you like the eye of Sauron. And instead of doing the thing, you suddenly need to reorganize your sock drawer, Google, are raccoons legal pets, or deep clean your fridge at 11 p.m. Anything but start. Why? Because your brain thinks starting is dangerous. It's not a small step, it's identity roulette. Once you start, you can fail. You can suck. You can discover you're not the person you hoped you'd be. But if you never start, you can still believe you're secretly a genius, just waiting for the right time. This is why your to-do list has fossils, tasks that have been pending since the Obama administration. They never die because they never start. Punchline: avoiding start isn't laziness, it's self-preservation. Your brain would rather live in delusional potential than face messy reality. Chapter 1. The blank page is a serial killer. Your brain doesn't see a blank page, canvas, or project dashboard. It sees a crime scene. The blinking cursor? That's not a line. It's a single judging eyeball whispering. So, got anything? No. Pathetic. This is why people will do literally anything to avoid the first keystroke. You can outline, brainstorm, make color-coded Notion boards, even spend 3 hours researching pens on Amazon. But actually writing the first sentence? Suddenly, it's DEFCON 1. Psychologists call this task initiation anxiety. I call it cursor terrorism. Because nothing feels more humiliating than trying and failing in front of Microsoft Word. The first 5 minutes are pure psychological waterboarding. Not because the work is hard, but because your brain is allergic to imperfection. Starting means proof. Proof means judgment. Judgment means pain. Punchline: you don't fear the task, you fear your own reflection in a blank page. Chapter 2. Perfectionism, the mafia boss. Here's the real mob boss behind your hesitation: perfectionism. Your brain says, don't start until you know it'll be amazing. That sounds noble, but it's actually a trap. Perfectionism is a protection racket. It whispers, if you wait, you can avoid embarrassment. No one can laugh at the thing you never made, which is genius-level psychological blackmail. Because now, the longer you wait, the safer you feel. But safety isn't progress. It's a padded cell. That perfect moment to start, it never arrives. You're not waiting for inspiration. You're laundering procrastination in the language of excellence. This is why artists have 50 unfinished drafts. Students have outlines, but no essays. And Greg has been thinking about launching his podcast since 2016. Punchline: perfectionism doesn't make you better. It just makes you a hostage with really clean excuses. Chapter 3. Future you is a scam artist. Here's the script your brain runs. I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow me will be rested, disciplined, inspired. Tomorrow me is basically Elon Musk meets Gandhi. Reality check. Tomorrow you is the same tired raccoon, just hungrier and slightly smellier. Tomorrow you isn't a hero. Tomorrow you is an unpaid intern stuck cleaning up present you's mess. This is how your brain scams itself. By outsourcing the hardest part, the start, to an imaginary employee who never clocks in. Future you doesn't exist. Present you is the only worker on payroll, and you keep sticking them with unpaid overtime. Punchline: every time you wait for future you, you're writing bad checks your brain knows will bounce. Chapter 4. The myth of momentum. People say, just start, you'll build momentum. Which sounds great, until you try it. Then you realize momentum feels less like a rocket, and more like pushing a couch uphill with buttered hands. Here's why. The start is the steepest hill. Your brain burns extra energy switching from rest mode to action mode. Neurologists call this activation energy. It's why lighting the match is harder than burning the fire. But once you get any motion, one sentence, one push-up, one email, the hill flattens. You trick your neurons into thinking, fine, I guess we're doing this now. That's the scam. The first 2 minutes aren't about quality, they're about momentum laundering. Punchline: the hardest part isn't the marathon, it's tying your shoes. Chapter 5. The graveyard of potential. Here's the darkest truth. Most people never fail. They never bomb the essay, never publish the bad story, never flop the business idea. Because they never start. And that's worse. Failure at least teaches you something. Not starting teaches you nothing. Except how to live haunted by ghosts of what if. Your brain loves those ghosts. They're painless. They let you fantasize about being brilliant without risking reality. But every later is a shovel. Every skipped start is a grave. Until your entire life is a cemetery of unopened projects, unread books, unsaid ideas. Punchline: the scariest graveyard isn't outside. It's the pile of things you never started. OUTRO, start ugly, stay alive. So what's the fix? Scam your brain back. Shrink the monster. Make the first step stupidly small. Open the doc, write one garbage line. Do 2 push-ups. Send 1 awkward email. Don't start perfect. Start dumb. Because consistency doesn't grow out of genius. It grows out of ugly starts. The mess is the point. The cringe is the proof. Once you get over the first bump, the rest stops feeling like a guillotine and starts feeling like work. And if you want more ways to roast your brain while outsmarting it, subscribe. Every week we expose another mental scam, from procrastination to perfectionism. Subscribe now, or don't. But if you don't, guess what you'll tell yourself? I'll start later. And that's exactly the lie that got you here.